let's fill our cups. Commander decks in hand, the battle's about to start. A podcast for the legend, where magic meets the heart. Commander Pod, where the stories unfold. With heroes and villains, new and old. Dungeons and Dragons, got the word. The world of EDH we play.
Hello everyone, welcome again to Commander's Pod. I'm your Pod Father.
I'm Sloan.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we're going to talk about, in our opinion, each of our opinions, we'll debate it, the most broken two-color combination in Commander.
Should be a fiery one, folks.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to have just a quick Tales from the Table. It's really just a league update. We're going to talk about Secret Lairs again because there's some new stuff. And we'll have some pro tips. The league, so last week I told you, you went 3-0.
I did.
I went 0-3.
Yeah.
This week we had a reversal of fortunes.
Yeah.
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 Things are right again. I went 3-0.
I went 0-3.
Yep. Yep. The balance is, the galaxy is back in balance.
Well,
I'm so mad. So here's the worst part about it too. They opened up trades, so I actually got to finally upgrade my deck with good landfall cards. Didn't see a single one. Didn't make a difference.
Well, I mean, when you don't see them, it's not going to.
what deck are you? You're playing a landfall?
Yeah, I'm playing
cool.
Hearthhole.
Okay.
The
What's
World
the land
Shaper.
sack? Landfall.
Yeah, it's the land shaper.
Okay.
So you care about putting the lands in, then you sack them, and you get them back from the graveyard. You kind of do shenanigans like that over and over
Okay,
again.
gotcha.
So it's been really fun. Like I have thoroughly enjoyed it because Landfall was one of the decks that I've been wanting to kind of build, and so I was thinking about doing it with Toph. But then when the league started, I was like, you know what? I'll just do that, and then when I'm done with the league, because it's black, red, green, the Toph I wanted to build was green, red, white, so I can use a lot of the cards and just shift them over to there when I'm done with league and have a nice little landfall deck. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, it has been really fun. I have been enjoying it, despite my 0-3 showing last week.
Yep. And then you're going to miss this week. So
I am, unfortunately.
Can't even
missed
redeem
this week.
yourself.
I know. And that's why I needed some, I was like, even if I just get one win this week, that's good because it kind of helps a little bit with me missing next week.
You'll just have to go 3-0 when you get back.
Yeah. That's the plan, Stan.
Yep. But anyway, there's that. So the Secret Lair news, many of you may have already heard. There's a Deadpool drop.
Yep.
There I made it better or something like that. It's basically Deadpool makes the cards better
Right.
with glitter and coloring and pasting and
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the Island Mountain? So a lot of people are talking about that being a dual land, but I'm not sure. I don't think it is.
No,
I think
it's
it was
just
an island and it became a mountain.
he totally in the picture he totally pasted over where it used to say the blue mana and now it says red mana.
Well, and I think too, for that one specifically, the reason why Deadpool chose that one is because the artist for that one was Mark Poole.
Yep.
So he specifically chose that one so he could say
And it looks like an island. I mean, it looks like a mountain.
Right.
Because it is a mountain,
Right.
I guess.
So he chose that one because he also altered it and he put Mark Poole Party on there and stuff. So I think and I said this too with the first Deadpool Secret that we had, I think they did a really good job of representing Deadpool and his character in the form of Magic. And this time, instead of like the art on the cards having Deadpool on it, rather Deadpool literally making the art for the cards and changing them. It's just kind of funny because it's like if Deadpool were to make proxies, this is how he would do it. So because some of them are literally, the names of the cards are like this, there's a piece of tape taped over the old name and it's cut. It looks like he cut it out from another card and put the name.
And then lots of glitter.
Yeah,
and then
Sharpies. It's great. And so I think the theme and the thematic of it is off the charts. Good job.
I predict. Now, the value of these cards is under $6 total for the cards.
Right, the actual cards themselves, yes. Correct.
But I think this will be one
variant form of
this
them.
one will sell out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I was a betting man, I guarantee you, like you said, this one, not only will it sell out, this will probably be one of the quickest selling out ones they've had in a while.
But will it break the website? What's your over-under on that?
If it breaks the website. Their website was...
Do you think it's going to sell out faster than the Marvel stuff did the first time? Didn't that crash the site?
Well, what I'm saying is in this last year, we haven't had anything like just straight up full sellout.
Okay.
I think this will be the first one we're going to see.
The first one of this year.
Yeah,
okay.
of this last year. Because I can't see people...
Unless they printed enough of it.
Maybe.
I
don't
mean,
know,
they're
but
going to print the heck out of it. Now,
They should.
Deadpool, as I remember, the Deadpool Secret Lair did stick around for a
but
couple days.
remember, the reason why is we didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
Like, everyone thought it was fake. Like,
Yeah.
Everyone's like, this isn't real.
Oh no, you don't think they this year? But dude, so last year they didn't tell you, and they put it.
Dude,
out.
if they do what I think you're about to say, best troll ever.
If they announce it and then don't do it,
Don't do it.
Now there is a set that exists because what's her name, Tatia Vess or something like that. Anyway, one of the streamers got a set from Wizards to promote it.
Right.
Well,
So-
a whole bunch of people did after her too.
Yes, but they were delayed or something. So
Yeah, I mean, and the original Deadpool Secret Lair that we had, I know that the commander card itself, a lot of people really like playing him in it, and it got real popular real quick because its ability is so unique.
the other rumor, and again there have been shots of this card, is that the bonus card could be another version, like
Another Deadpool.
it's the same Deadpool card but a new version of it.
Oh, all right. I'm curious about that then. That'd be pretty cool.
So
I mean, personally, I would love to grab these ones also and add them to my collection because, again, they did a good job. They're all Rakdos again. So you can play them in your already existing Deadpool deck if you have one. And
aren't these all red or is there some black ones?
I think,
Well-
they're all Rakdos approved, I guess I
Yeah.
should say. They're all Rakdos approved. So you can just
Oh,
throw
and then
right
next
into
year
your-
they'll do black, and then
Yeah, man, I don't know.
eventually you'll
Well,
have enough cards for just a Deadpool deck.
that would be the dream. That'd be awesome.
But
because
they're
they
going
could-
to eke this out for like 5 more years.
I'm okay with that. Because in my
The
mind,
sad thing is though, he is a salty card.
he
Yeah.
is very
He has a
he's
high
very-
salt count.
Very salt inducing.
So like you got this really cool card you want to play in a deck, but
People
you
don't
might
wanna
not
play
have a
against
lot
it.
of people that want to play it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I think at the same time though, because of the fact it's so much of a meme, like people kind of don't mind. They're like, this is just so stupid, and this is exactly.
If
what
it starts
Deadpool would
showing
do.
up more, they'll mind. I think they mind now. They rated it very high as a salt score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Well,
is
because
all
people,
this.
it very quickly got. I think it snuck into the competitive scene for a while as a commander, and it was doing quite well because of the fact that you were basically able to keep shutting down people's boards and their key pieces because you just keep killing him and having him come back
Yeah.
and just steal their decks, and they couldn't do anything to stop it.
Right.
So I do know that it did really well in regards to the more competitive side of Commander. But yeah, I think overall my one buddy actually has a Deadpool deck now, and he loves it. He goes like, I haven't won yet, but dude, it's so fun, just all the shenanigans you do constantly with the deck. And I know you also have one.
Also, some people don't silence their phones before
I
they start
know.
recording.
It's almost like we've
Duncan.
been doing this for 100 episodes. And
You would think.
Unbelievable. Please write in if you're upset about that.
But-
Demand an apology.
But I am excited. I think it's going to be fun. Hopefully, because have they announced the actual drop date yet?
No.
Okay. So
We don't know anything about the drop dates of either Secret Lair
Most
we're
people
talking
are
about.
looking at April 1st.
Yeah, even though it's not a Monday,
Again.
it would be thematic for it to be
Yeah.
April 1st.
So we will see. There is also a Goblin deck. This has been confirmed. They teased it. Somebody actually got sent one by accident with a Dan deck.
Oh,
And
interesting.
they actually opened it up. We'll put the pictures up behind it. But so it's Zada Hedron Grinder as the commander, and it's got alternate art for a lot of these cards.
That's the Rakdos Goblin,
No,
right?
it's mono red.
It is mono red. Okay.
Yeah, whenever you cast an instant sorcery that targets only Zada, it can target all your creatures.
Okay,
And
that's
the
right.
art
that's
looks really fun. It looks like really fun art. I'm probably gonna buy it because I've kind of always wanted a Goblin deck, but
right. You don't want a Krenko.
yeah,
Krenko's
I mean,
in it.
He's in it, but yeah, he's not the.
So you could
You
switch
could
out the
flip it.
commander if you want pretty
If,
easily.
if you want to be more of a dirtbag, you swap it to because there's roaming thrown in it too.
Yeah, of course there is. It's a Goblin deck.
But I'm excited because it's cool. It's like the cats and dog deck I bought, but you gotta want to play the deck. You're
Yeah.
gonna buy it. So, and I do want to play goblins.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. So that's the other announcement on Secret Lair. So let's get into our main discussion.
Let's do it.
What is the most broken two-color combination for a commander deck? Now, I was going to do a different subject for today's episode,
Right.
but Jeff Swanee and I were talking earlier, and Jeff was recommending to Swanee some other colors he might want to play, and he made a recommendation. I'm like, that's up there for the most broken broken color
Color
combination. But let's get into it, Jeff. We'll end with you because Jeff, you're not going to believe this, Sloan. He did research.
Oh, wow.
He put effort and research into this, and I think he's going to school us. But we will see, because I did not.
I paid a hobo to do it.
Yeah. A hobo named ChatGPT.
He's $10 richer now. I did not use ChatGPT.
Okay, wow.
I did use EDHREC, which shout out to them. That's a cool site.
Yeah.
Not that everybody didn't know that, but just it's crazy how easy it is to get information. And the user interface is so easy on there. You can
Yeah,
find anything you want quickly.
Yep. All right, so Sloan, in your opinion, off the top of your head, what would you say is the most broken? Like, to me, so I'll just tell you, we were talking this morning, and Simic was the color, green-blue.
Yeah.
And I started thinking of commanders. I'm like, a lot of the ones that are coming up in my head are broken. You know, Coma.
Right.
Kinnan.
Yeah. Azuri there for a while, about 5-6 years ago, kind of ran CEDH circles because he had an infinite loop combo in himself.
Tatiova, right? Isn't that Tatiova?
Yeah,
Tatiova is
Druid.
blue-green, also the
land,
Druid landfall.
Draw a card, gain a life, I think.
Who's the one guy? Not the one that with the partner, that's the other merfolk.
Oh, Thrasios.
Thrasios.
Yep. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's
but
a
that
trend
doesn't
here.
end up being blue-green because you got to play
Right,
with a
well, because he
partner.
has partners.
Yeah.
You can technically add any other color you
But
want.
I've seen
but-
mono, and it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
okay.
you can make it work because, again, with blue-green, because of the ramp, you got so much access to mana.
Kinnan does not have partner, right?
No.
That's good.
No,
That's
Thrasios.
No, that'd be so crazy.
That'd be insane.
That card's already ridiculous.
So I'm going to be honest, because you handed this to me in the middle of work. I misread this, and I thought, what are some of the most broken two-color commanders? Not in Commander.
Well,
but with that
again,
being said,
That's the same thing.
it kind of is the same thing. So I'm leaning towards Dimir, blue-black. And the reason why I lean that way is because you have...
Yuriko.
I wrote her down. And it's not specifically because of her, but in my opinion, she is one of the most fun and broken commanders because you will only ever pay 2 to play her. Ever. You never have to pay any more mana, which is crazy.
Good job,
Wizards.
Magic, yeah, Wizards. Good grief.
But the reason why I say blue-black is because of the fact that it's both control and tutor magic at your disposal. And those are two of the things that, generally speaking, are going to win you the game. If you had to make a small, I guess a pyramid of what's the most important things that you need to have in order to win quickly and consistently, I would put ramp, card draw, tutor, control. If you can get all
and
four
that's
of those,
why I think Simic, because
Right.
Simic is ramp and card draw.
Right, exactly. And so that's what I'm saying is like if you're building a
And
deck
control.
and you do all of those things really well, you are probably going to consistently win with that deck over and over and over again. And blue-black does a really good job of the control magic. It does a really good job of the tutoring. Even has really good draw in blue also. We're seeing more and more good draw stuff in blue. So, I mean, there's just...
It also has some of the saltiest mechanics.
Yeah, it has...
Mill is mostly blue-black.
Yes, it is. And then you have a lot of targeted removal and board wipes in black, too, that do a good job. Not just, like, destroy, but exile. A lot of exile happening.
Zombies is blue-black. That's not really as powerful.
It's not
No,
as
Zombies
powerful.
is number 2.
But
in EDHREC on blue-black, it's the second most common.
Mill's the first.
No, Yuriko.
First is Yuriko.
No,
and then
100% Yuriko.
Wilthelt, the Rock Cleaver. And then Captain Nuthgard. And then Ayla, Cunning Conqueror.
So those are the most played blue-black commanders.
Yeah.
Per
And
EDH.
Captain Nagathron is Mill.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mill doesn't happen till what? Third or
Three.
fourth? Three?
Yeah.
Three, okay.
So, I mean, it's in my mind, if you're going to pick two colors and say these are probably the strongest, I would have to say that one's probably.
So my
the
Xanathar deck, that's blue-black. People don't like that. People don't like you casting spells off the top of their deck, and they can't cast anything that turn.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Yeah, that's fun. So, I mean, there's just so much, I feel like, versatility in those two colors. Simic was the other one I had in mind. I was thinking of specifically Azuri. I used to have an Azuri deck, and the fun thing about that deck is it's so low to the ground and so fast that it gets out of control real quick.
Yeah.
And back in the day when I had that deck and I was playing it, which was about, like 8 or 9 years ago now, I feel like, I had that deck built and playing there. It was so easy to get off like infinite combos with it that weren't very hard because you were putting counters on stuff, and there's so many things in green that double the amount of counters you put on things. It just it gets out of control quick. So that was the other one.
Yeah, I mean, when I started thinking about it, I could not think of one I thought was more broken than Simic. I was like Rakdos. Rakdos has some good like sacrifice, and then that hurts people, and then when they sacrifice, then that hurts them too, and stuff like that. And like Rakdos has the Endless Pain deck where it's like, no matter what you do, it hurts, and then I'm going to get bigger off that.
The only downside with Rakdos, and the reason why I'm not putting him there, even though I have Prosper and I love him, he's one of my favorite decks, and Deadpool's even Rakdos. The problem is that the red is too chaotic.
Yeah.
It's too inconsistent in regards to that, because all their tutors are inconsistent, some of their damage is inconsistent, some of their removal is inconsistent. So the problem is when you're looking at all those factors, because it's so inconsistent and it's never going to give you potentially the best result over and over again, I would say that's why it weans off a little bit, in my opinion.
Yep. All right, Jeff.
So you guys are pretty much nailing, pretty much people agree with you. So Dimir has one commander that is on the salt list, and it has two cards that are on the salt list that are specifically Dimir. Obviously, it has more blue and black cards that are just single blue, just
right. But the ones that are
separate
actually
black.
the blue-black,
which is the most out of any other color combination. And the amount of people playing the decks in the top 10 range from 30,000 people playing the top one to 9,000 at the 10th slot.
Okay.
So there's a high range. The next up after that is actually, surprisingly, Golgari.
Black-green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was surprised by that. Yeah, it's 30
No, you're
to
going
9.
by salt score? Or?
No, so that's how many people play the decks in the top 10.
Okay, just how many people.
30,000 at the number 1 slot and 9,000 at the second slot. You do eventually get to Simic at 22 and 7.
Okay.
But Simic does have one commander that is salt, has a salt score, and it does have one card, and that commander is the one card. And then Rakdos isn't bad; they're in the top, and so is it. What's actually pretty interesting is that Magic has managed to keep a lot of this pretty equal.
Right.
I would say Dimir and Golgari probably take the top on that. It's actually pretty close after that for top 10. None of them have that many that are in the salt list, but the salt list gets crazy when you look at it per color. Yeah. So white. Now I went through and took out cards that people don't play often, because like for instance, red had 20 cards on the salt list, but it's not really accurate because you don't ever see most of those cards. Well, no one plays them.
Red has a lot of mass land destruction. I'm sure that.
It has a lot of scramble versus chaos stuff, which you just don't see.
Oh, you do on my Norin deck.
Well, you don't see it often, and we don't want you to play that deck. So I took those cards out that you don't see a lot. So white. Guess how many game changers are? I mean, not game changers. How many salt cards are in white?
I want to answer this one because I saw the sheet. So
yeah, I mean, you were pointing at it the whole time, so him and I kept looking.
Oh, 7. But blue has 17 to 18 that are played. Black has 11, so it's actually blue and black are the top. So when you go back and look at Dimir, you go, that's why. They have the most powerful salty cards. And then, believe it or not, green only has 4, red only has 4. And this is shown out in the game changers list too, where white has 7, blue has 10 game changers, black has 10 game changers, red only has 3, and green only has 7. And then I went over, I was like, okay, well, what are they doing in these decks that's so powerful? Johnny touched on it a lot when he talked about control. He talked about card draw. Yep. He talked about board wipes. So what I saw and I didn't just go by what the color wheel says, because let's be honest, it's not what it used to be.
Right.
It just isn't. White had single target removal, protection, and board wipes. Okay? Black had counter spells and card draw. Blue had counter spells and card draw.
Okay.
They didn't really have a lot. And remember, all of them kind of do what all of them do. When you look at those top cards, they all do the same type of stuff in general. Like they all have board wipes. They all have stuff in the top 5 almost.
Right.
But there's just a matter of how many are in like the top 20. Then you look at black, board wipes, single target, tutors are huge. Like you look at black's top 5, it's tutors. Top 10, it's tutors. They have a ton of them. Even though green has tutors, they're not in the top 10 of most played cards.
Right, and the reason why is because green's tutors, and this is true of even some of the other colors that have tutors, and I'll point this out, is there's too specific, right? Black is go get whatever you want and put it in your hand on top of your library. Green is go get a creature.
Well,
go get an enchantment.
they're too specific, and most of them are expensive.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
they're not like 1 mana.
Yeah, except for the actual tutor cycle where they're all 1 mana, the Mystic Tutor, the Worldly Tutor, and all those.
Yes.
Besides those, like
and Worldly Tutor.
I mean, I think
Correct.
you're missing the one that has more tutors than even black.
What is that?
Lands.
Oh, yeah, which I'm going to get to that. So board wipe, single target, tutors for black.
I hate you.
Red is artifact. So I was surprised. Red is sad, gentlemen.
Yes.
It is so sad.
Yeah.
Artifact destruction though.
Yeah.
They had a couple in the top 10, and then treasures. Like,
yeah,
that's what they're doing.
I don't know how they got stuck with that mechanic more than anybody else.
That's a good mechanic.
It is a good mechanic, but it is kind of funny because any deck that you think of that cares about treasures, Prosper, Swanee's Haste deck, his new Ozai deck, they all have red in them.
Well, and if you think about it, they were trying to give red ramp.
Right,
Which they did.
And I guess treasures made
And then they're
sense
like,
to them.
look, and we made Dockside Extortionist. And
Yeah.
yeah, you broke it.
Yeah.
Whoops.
And then green has ramp and card draw. And I was like, well, I thought I'd see other stuff in there, just like, but it's really ramp and card draw.
Yeah.
Those are the two, sort of big things that stand out to me. So when you look at it and you go, all that information together, it makes complete sense that Dimir is probably number 1. And then I was surprised by Izzet being so strong. I have a feeling that's fun level, but that's also Spellslinger.
Yeah.
So people that just like that play style.
The blue-red.
But Simic is actually pretty low, other than it has blue. So, if you like to ramp and then control, that's your color.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing that's actually funny about Golgari, and you mentioning that, is the Golgari deck that I had that was pretty fun and consistent was actually Schmeagle. And one of the reasons why I took them apart, besides the fact that Avatar came out and I wanted as many Avatar decks as I could possibly make, but one of the reasons why I took them apart was because I was realizing other people weren't happy when you steal their lands and make them mill as you're stealing their lands.
Yeah, go figure.
So go figure, even though I'm not doing anything else except just making you mill and then take the first land you put in your graveyard every single time you start milling.
You're just milling and then you get their land. I don't think that's that bad. I don't know why people are so upset about mill.
Well, because
their
you're
best
you're
cards
not
are
building
ending up
your-
in their graveyard, and then they're like, I need a land. You're
And then
like,
I take
there's
that
one right
land.
on top. I'm
But
gonna
you're
take
not.
that.
But you're not building your deck well. Because like if someone, you guys have seen it, you mill me until you're like milling me out of the game. I don't really care because you took 10 cards. I have other cards that are great.
Right, but so
it doesn't matter.
With Schmeagle, though, I would mill maybe 6 or 7 times each time it was my turn, and it would hit anywhere from 5 to 45 cards because they're all milling based off of the next land.
There are some mill decks that are better, but I'm saying
Right.
in general, the idea of milling someone, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, I don't. And again, it wasn't the idea that they were getting milled out. I think that was the issue. It was the fact that nobody could cast anything because I kept stealing all their land. That's what people were getting upset about.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't have any mana
Playing
because
more
it's
lands.
all over there. And it didn't. Also, I'll say this too. I was being a little bit of a
Tool.
yeah, because I would actually make piles of each player's lands. I'd be
Oh
like,
my
here's
gosh.
all your lands, just so you're aware. Duncan, here's all your lands that I've taken, which doesn't help your case.
And a lot of the
at
people
all.
you play with also play 32 lands.
Yeah,
So it actually affects
it
them.
does. It makes a big
If
difference.
you play me, I'm going to be like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you
Whatever.
play like 40 lands. It's just
I mean,
ridiculous.
36 to 38. No.
But I mean, so I will say, but like the goal. That combo that I did was a black-green deck, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's funny that that's that high. I would have never.
the other-
Guess who the top commanders are?
It's
You
got to
guys
be an
guess.
elf.
That's the thing. The thing I didn't think about, Johnny, you nailed it. The thing that I didn't think about in all this looking at it, and I ran out of time, was that the kindred type you choose makes a difference in your color scheme.
I guess
It really does, and you nailed it. It's elves. So it's Lathril at the top. then now it's Chatterfang, but I think that's less of a it's more of a token deck, I guess.
Yeah, because
Squirrel tokens.
Yeah, squirrel tokens.
I don't know what Yagra, Eater of All, really does. Food deck?
You
Tokens.
turn every creature.
Marin
into
of
food.
Clan Neltoth, just an oldie.
Yeah.
Shalab.
Yeah.
These all have a decent amount of decks, so
I mean,
I was surprised.
Marin's obnoxious because
She's
Yeah.
so annoying.
it's
Unless
like
you're
you get rid
exiling,
of the stuff and then it comes back,
Oh.
and then you get rid of it and it comes back again, and then
well, graveyard. People like that.
Yeah.
So
Well, and that's the thing. Again, black does a really good job of graveyard recursion, and so with black-green combo, because a lot of times with green, besides your ramp, the other thing that green does really well is put big creatures out quick because of said ramp.
I mean, remember too. So they put out Galta. You blow it up. You're like, thank goodness it's gone. And Marin says, nah, I'll put it back in the hand and it'll come back next turn.
Yeah. Because no matter what happens, even if she doesn't have enough experience counters, it still goes back to your hand if it's if it's more than the amount of experience counters you have for its CMC. So I had one of those decks also. It was really fun, but again, you get hate on real quick.
I remember you're the one who played that.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. Yeah, it was a good deck.
Yeah, and people really quickly.
I don't know why you
if they're-
stopped playing it.
Because people started running black decks and running Bajuka Bog in every single deck.
I mean,
and it kind of sucked because it's like, I'm going to Bajuka Bog, get rid of your graveyard. I'm like, dang it.
So,
But yeah, I mean, it was a fun deck. But again, I just,
one of the things that became very, very clear as you go through this, though, it is not even close to how advantageous blue is.
Yeah.
It is so powerful. Simic is good because of the blue. Golgari doesn't have the blue in it, but the Izzet has the blue in it. The Dimir has the blue in it. What's the next top but? And then Gruul is red-green again. Is red-green, so that has green.
Yeah.
But, I mean, green does have the ramp, but blue has almost everything else.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Blue is such a... Blue and green are I feel like in my opinion, are two most well-rounded colors.
So
blue has way better cards.
All right, so I guess I'll say it now. You guys are forgetting about certain color combinations that are even more powerful, like blue and green.
You're the worst.
Green, I don't think is very good. Blue is probably pretty good.
Green can be very good.
It's got a lot of holes, dude.
Yeah,
Green has a lot of stuff it can't do.
You have ramp, you have interaction, you have
tutors, have great interaction.
You have
but again, the tutors are limited. The tutors are more focused, and minus Worldly Tutor, most of them are going to be more expensive.
Well, it's got to be a creature.
Your interaction's at 3 mana.
Yeah,
for the most part. Yeah, Beast Within.
It's good at 3 mana, and I guess you can ramp in to be able to do it well, but it is. And board wipes is absolutely a problem.
Yes, that is true.
Is
there even any mono green board wipes?
The one that you get creatures that attack the other player's creatures.
But that's not.
What's that one called? No, Arachnogenesis is more of a protection spell. But
it's a fog.
Yeah, I know the one he's talking about. You make a token or something.
Azurius. What's it freaking called? It's expensive too. It costs a lot of mana to do it, and it doesn't kill everything on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
because if anything's above 4, because I think it makes 4.
I mean, blue has
Cyclonic Rift.
Yeah, but it's back their hands. It's not
Aether
destroyed.
Eyes.
Yeah, but Aether Eyes return.
It doesn't matter. Typically, it's all you need to do.
Yeah,
is buy
because
yourself some time.
Yeah, because the big thing is even though it might not be a more permanent board wipe, like a farewell, which is going to exile everything, the difference is though you have drastically slowed that person down because now they have to recast everything. Everything's going to have summoning sickness. So that's the big thing is even though blue may not have the permanent board wipe, they have I get a extra.
I mean,
turn,
didn't you just
basically.
Cyclonic Rift me in the last game?
Yeah, but here was the problem.
It changed everything.
Yeah, it did. But here was the problem with that.
Yeah.
It affected all my opponents when I needed 2 of them to kind of help me with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have to return their
But that's
stuff.
true of most board wipes, though. There's very rare where you're going to be able to throw out a board wipe that's not going to affect.
But if it's 100%, that's one thing. But it's if I don't have much, but my 2 opponents do, and my third opponent is the one who's the problem.
That's true. You would have been better off casting something for 4 mana, but you got to do it at instant speed.
That's true. Yeah.
So it did make a difference.
And I waited till you cast all your stuff.
Yeah. And I swung out to win, and you never mind. Yeah, I was really surprised how advantageous blue is. So Magic,
I was not.
You need to for the most part, things are pretty balanced, but in that area, they're just so much better.
But before you researched, did you have a thought on what you thought would be?
I probably would have thought Simic because I don't love control.
So I think Simic does have some of the grossest commanders, as far as
I would have thought that too, but the number one is only 22,000.
But you're talking about who has the most decks, not who is the most hated.
No, that's the most. Yes, correct. But wouldn't that also be the sort of the same thing?
No,
People
because
tend to play the powerful decks.
well, because the thing is though too is it could, I would say this, it could be true. It could be that the most played Simic commander is the most powerful. However, because EDHREC bases it off of their own website, how many decks are built there, I think.
Well, no, they do actually pull data from several.
So
when they do that,
so let's talk about it. Can you pull up Dimir on EDHREC?
Yeah.
So when you're looking at blue-green, you got Hackball of the Surging Soul, number one with 22,000 decks. That's and then you have Kinnan after that, Bond of Prodigy, with 18,000. Then you have AC, Tyrant of Gyre Strait, at 14,000. You have Omo, Queen of Vesuva, which, I have an Omo deck. It's okay. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. And then Zamone, which is basically another land deck. And then Volo, Guide to Monsters, which is also good. And then Tatiova, land again. So those are kind of what you're looking at. But they're maybe blue-green is deeper. Like it has more good decks going all the way down. I don't know. Let's see where Dimir's at.
So you have number one, of course, my girl Yuriko coming in at 30.
Which is way better than any of these decks.
Coming in at 30. Then you have the Wilhelt, the one that you
which is probably mentioned. Equal to the elf deck here.
And this is because this is going to be zombies.
Yeah.
So kind of more of that traditional Kindred instead of Yuriko's kind of weird top deck manipulation
then
stuff.
You said you had Mill after that.
Captain,
right?
Captain.
But is that a combo Mill deck, Duncan?
Horrors you control have Menace. Whenever a horror you control deals combat damage to a player, that player mills that Menace. Yeah, it's a Kindred Mill deck. At the beginning of your end step, choose target artifact or creature card in an opponent's graveyard that was put there.
So maybe it's not power level. Maybe it is just what people want to play.
Yeah.
Because you see Kindred a lot.
So let me point out, Rakdos, I think the top four for Rakdos are all four considered gross, because you have Valgavoth, who's the endless punishment commander.
Yeah.
You have Kuja, and anybody who's played against Kuja, like the wizards come out fast and furious, and you're taking 4 damage for every spell, and they're casting 2-cost spells. They're casting like 4 or 5 of them. Then Deadpool, then Prosper.
So you might be looking at like playstyle, and that's Spellslinger, right?
Well,
but my point is, those are all four
these are
salt-inducing.
Yeah, these are very powerful decks. It might be Izzet on power level.
Yeah, because again, Izzet, the whole shtick with them is just throw out as many cheap spells as you can, and they will combo real hard, real quick.
I don't, and maybe that's why it's not as popular, because it's like that's just too easy. Although it is pretty popular, it really falls in the third place here.
Yeah, because I would, based off of your list and the way you did it. Technically, Dimmer and Golgari are basically tied, except Dimmer has more salty cards in them.
Right.
And then right after them, barely too, right after them, it looks like it would be Rakdos.
Yeah.
So.
Well, is it? And then.
Well, I'm sorry, is it not Rakdos? Is it? Because people do love, it's fun to be able to cast 15 spells a turn.
Well, they like it, and I think to Duncan's point, it would probably be more popular if it just wasn't so easy. It's just easy, and it does sort of the same thing.
To be honest, while I love blue and I love spell singing, the red-blue, whenever I try and build a deck like that, it's fun for a while, and I'm like,
yeah, because
there's not a red-blue deck that I've
and there's a lot of people that are sort of like me, where I just want to get my cool creatures out.
Right, and because with blue-red, a lot of it is you do a lot of infinite loot combos, like Niv Mizzet, for example. He's notorious for having,
and he's on there,
and you get both. You get 2 of them out, and they combo off of each other, and they go infinite. That's kind of like the shtick. Is you do a lot of that in.
What are the artifact colors? So artifacts I know you could do red, white. There's now the Simic commander who's artifact blue, green.
Azorius, the vehicle guy.
So I guess I'm sort of surprised.
Miles.
No. I'm talking about an actual
the
artifact.
good one. The good one.
Yeah, the good one. Not
I'm surprised
Miles.
that's not more popular.
Well, in their respective colors, they're probably the more popular ones. Yeah, there he is, right there, literally the first one.
Yeah.
Why would you go anywhere but Urza for artifact?
Well,
I
again,
guess just mono blue is what you're saying most
Yeah.
people are doing for artifacts.
Yeah.
Well, I really like Aloy at blue green, and she's in like the top 10 too for blue green for
Yeah.
Simic. But anyways, what I will say too is that whatever you like, there are good commanders out there for you.
Yeah.
All of the colors are pretty balanced, other than maybe red. Like red needs a lot of work.
yeah, it needs help.
I don't know how to fix red, but then again, in Spellslinger, it's probably the thing that puts blue over the top.
Well, the
for
other thing I'll say,
Spellslinger.
like while we were talking about, like they have the most treasure stuff.
Yeah.
It's not stuff that works well together. It's not like this feeds into that, feeds into this. It's like this does it when this happens, and this does it. You can just get some treasures one time, and this
Yeah.
one, you can tap all your lands and get treasures. And,
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to like jump through hoops to have a treasure deck. It
Yeah,
doesn't-
the only two red ones that do treasure that are auto include in pretty much any red deck is Big Score and Unexpected.
And also, I was reaching. When I was looking through, I was like, what does red have? And remember, this is just my opinion, too. I didn't spend 16 hours
No, I mean
looking through this list.
So,
like,
so red was the number. I do believe in my heart that red is the number one color for treasures, and number two is white because white also back then needed help.
well, it has Smothering Tithe.
Right,
on
and
the
it
top,
has-
but I
it
didn't
has the
want to
other
count
one,
something
too.
for just one card.
Smugglers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one with the raccoons on it. What was
Yeah,
it called?
Which
and-
is up there,
and
but it's not that
monologue
high.
time.
And monologue time.
Times,
Yeah.
yeah. So it had good ones, too. But, I mean, white already in the top had single target removal, protection, and board wipes.
Right.
So I was like, what, I want to put a fourth thing?
No,
And
I
mass
really-
land destruction.
What?
And
Armageddon.
mass land destruction.
Right, which I wasn't counting because you don't see it often.
Um,
The most land destruction in Salt was red, though.
Oh yeah, red is the older cards. That's what red did. That was their main
That
thing.
and just make games take a really long time, I think.
yeah.
well,
I
mass
can't-
land destruction will do that too.
Yeah, but also those chaos cards are nuts. Like,
Yeah.
oh, those are terrible. Don't do that.
Well, there was worse ones though back in the day.
Well, I'm saying
Karn-
they're on the Salt list, so they're not back in the day. You
Karn,
can play
what's
them
the
now.
banned white one? Starts the game over.
Oh, not Genesis Wave.
No,
that's because that's the green one that does like the same thing, kind of.
But there's a white one that starts the whole game over.
Are you
Yeah.
sure that it's banned?
Yes. The one I'm talking about. I don't think he's talking about the same one.
No, I know which one you're talking about. I don't know the name of it. But Genesis Wave is like the green version that's not banned. That kind of does the same thing where everyone gets to shuffle their hand, graveyard, and like creatures into their library and draw 7 or something. Genesis Wave does, and then there's a white one that like straight up resets the game, like, and then it gets exiled.
Yeah,
Once you-
I saw
Well, actually,
that one,
so there's
but
a
it
couple
wasn't banned.
balances one where you each pick a number of lands and then.
Humility is a terrible one, but
Yeah, that's
there
a
was a
gross
white
card,
one
but-
that did what you said, but
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it's Owl Bed something. No,
I'm not sure.
it can't be because I'm past that.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be off the top of my head either. I know what you're talking about though, because someone
here we go. This will let me do it.
brought it up and mentioned it because I guess.
Shahrazad.
There you go.
Players must
Charizard.
leave the game in progress as it was and use cards in their libraries as decks in which to play a sub game. And then you go back to the other game when the sub game's done.
Yeah.
Divine Intervention, I think. Put 2 count. Oh, this one just ends the game in a tie. This is wild. Have you ever heard of this card? 6 and 2 white. Put 2 counters on this card. Remove a counter during your upkeep. When you remove the last counter from Divine Intervention, the game is over and considered a draw.
That's so gross.
That is no wonder that's such an obnoxious card.
But it's not
That's a great
banned.
card.
And then Cataclysm.
I love
Each
that
player
card.
chooses from the permanents he or she controls an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and a land, and sacrifices the rest.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a
Come on.
gross card.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're getting a little off track. But so individual colors, you can have your arguments.
Yeah.
It isn't really clear what's the most broken because they break a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I want to remind you
The
that
most broken color combination? Because
Yeah.
the most broken color is blue. I have no doubt now. After looking at the cards, it's
so
not even
then
close.
the worst color combinations are all the ones with blue.
I mean,
you mean strength wise?
they're up
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you got Spellslinger with Is It. You have blue-black Dimmer, and you have blue-green Simic.
Yeah.
I want to remind you too, Nadu was Simic.
That's
Nadu
just
is-
to support my
Nadu is
original
not- We don't
argument.
talk about that card.
Yeah.
We don't talk about Nadu.
Yeah, he who shall not be named.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, I mean, to each their own. You can figure it out for yourself. You're going to have your own opinions, but it is kind of interesting when you dig into the stats like Jeff did, and it's like, yeah, there's some at the top, but when you go through and actually name certain commanders or certain strategies, it's hard to pick one color.
Yeah.
Which
It
I
was
guess is
fun
good.
to do this for 2 colors and to give people some idea about different
Yeah.
stuff. It'd be fun to do this next for like 3 colors and 4
Yeah.
colors, and then
And then
five
which
colors
5-color combination is
yeah,
it?
because there's some pretty cool ones.
Yeah.
Well, that
Is
one I
it
think.
Wooburg? Is it however that would be said backwards?
I think when you're talking about with 5 colors, you're talking about what commanders are sort of fun to play with 5 colors.
Gerbu,
Yeah, Gerbu.
Wooburg, Gerbu. Yeah,
I don't know
Gerbu.
what you guys are talking about.
It's Wooburg backwards. But yeah, I think if we were to go into talking about Wooburg, obviously we would just be looking at who we think the best Wooburg commander is at that point.
Kenrith, the Return King.
Yeah, he is gross.
Really? So we need to get into this because I don't agree.
Yeah, well, that'll be another.
That's got to be different because
Yeah.
that's got to be a different episode. We don't have
It's
time.
clearly the Niv Mizzet nobody plays.
It's clearly.
Clearly,
Yeah.
that's the worst.
Also,
most
guys,
powerful.
write into us and tell us what your thoughts are on. By the way, when I said that, I whistled really loud. That was very weird. But tell us what your favorite choices are for the 2-color combination and what your thoughts are.
Yeah. So I guess.
And we may share it in the show next week too.
Yeah. I guess we can also round out.
Well, remember, 2 weeks. We're now recording 2 weeks back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. There's a delay.
I don't even know what day it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Who is your favorite 2-color commander you're playing right now? Is it the Aloy? I know you like her a
Oh,
lot.
it's got to be Aloy because
Yeah.
I blinged that deck out.
Yeah.
But
It is really
it's
pretty.
not optimized the way it should be because like all the lands should be artifact lands and stuff, but it looks awesome.
It
It's
does.
it's all blinged out and it's all space themed.
Yeah.
So if the card doesn't look like it belongs in space or something cool like that, it's not in the deck.
Yeah. For me, just because it's kind of silly, I'm really loving Tails, which is Azorius, my vehicle deck. I think it's just.
I love that deck too
I
because
think
it's just so easy to beat.
Yeah. Right. But it's just a fun little silly deck. I definitely.
You won the
enjoy
other
it a
day
lot.
with it.
I did. I pulled out a win at the shop before League. That was the only win I got that day.
And he also beat me and Daniel too, but he waited for us to kill each other and then came in.
But so
at
you
the end.
like that deck more than Prosper?
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because I actually get to play that one. I don't get to play Prosper that much. I absolutely love Prosper. It is probably my top tier deck. That and Yuriko, when I had Yuriko put together, would probably be my top 2. But just because it's the one I get to play the most, and actually, I
You
think it's
also
just a
used to
fun
like
concept.
your dice roll deck or whatever, your coin flip deck.
Oh yeah.
Flippy
You don't
flippy.
play that in a
Flippy,
while.
flippy.
You didn't take that apart, did you?
No, I got it. It's just the last time I played it, the guys I played it with were like, "That was cool." Never pull that out again. That was
It
ridiculous.
can take a while.
Because it combos so hard and
Yeah,
it just
because
it
you
becomes
kept making
solitaire.
it better and better and better.
Well, and plus,
yeah.
even at the worst of times, you're flipping 10 coins every turn because you always pick 5.
Well, it
and-
doesn't help when Duncan's in the game too, and then he purposely lets you do it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's funny.
Like I've played games where I kill your commander and he countered it.
I've also killed myself
very
with that
annoying.
commander multiple
which is
times.
why I counted
Yeah,
it.
which
Let's
is-
see what happens.
Yeah, I'm
Unbelievable.
either gonna kill myself or I'm
Jeff
gonna
was
win.
like, this has to end. I'm like, whoa, let's see where this is going.
Yes.
Yeah, and then Johnny won. So and that was very annoying.
But yeah, I'd say Tails is probably right now. I'm really enjoying him. He's just fun. He's just a goofy deck. And I'm
So
enjoying
the
it.
one I'm playing right now that I am playing the most is now I can't remember his name. It starts with a G from Final Fantasy.
I can
from
understand why this is your favorite.
Not Garth. No.
It's from the scene deck. It's the guy who, when he comes out, somebody else becomes monarch, and then you get to take something of theirs.
Is it a cartoon?
It's from Final Fantasy.
So it's a
Final
cartoon.
Fantasy, Yeah.
Guy nailed it.
I don't know what his name is, but I know what you're talking about.
The Kidnapper, anyway. It starts with a G. But anyway, that's why I play the most. But my favorite 2-color deck is probably Xanathar.
Xanathar.
Yeah.
Why don't you play that more?
Again, people don't like you.
I need to
stealing
update
their
it.
stuff.
Okay,
Right.
update it because I like that deck. That's
Yeah.
fun.
That deck is fun. He is cool. I do enjoy seeing a Beholder.
Because the
drop
neat thing
on
about that deck is you have to figure out a way to take the right cards from the right decks to somehow make it work together. Because, like if I'm playing Kindred, I have all the Kindred cards, but you don't.
Yeah.
So like you take my really cool dragon and you're like, how come your dragon's better than my dragon? Because my dragon has all the support and
Yeah.
yours doesn't. So, but when you pull it all together, it does weird combos of cards that shouldn't go together, and that's what's really neat about theft decks is when you can be like, I'm not supposed to be able to do the thing I'm doing right now, but watch this.
Maybe next time I do it, I'll be eating chicken wings.
No,
that's the
not
best
with
way.
Me,
to
dude.
No.
No.
Oh.
No, I will.
You can play your Aloy deck, and I'll be eating chicken wings. And
well, they're double sleeved, so it'd be safer. Just for
still
you.
now.
But
for you.
All right, you got any pro tips for us?
Yeah, so kind of touching on the Yuriko subject. So
don't touch on Yuriko. It's a girl. It's probably not appropriate.
It's definitely not the way I did it.
Definitely not without her permission.
So I kind of want to touch on the idea of being able to still play a commander or a theme you like, but like Jeff and Duncan kind of just hinted towards, not making it as optimized. So, for example, one of the reasons I took about Yuriko is because obviously she is like one of the #1 commanders out there, period, because command jutsu is a thing that they didn't realize was a bad thing until it was too late.
Took you long enough to figure that out, though.
Yeah, you've had that deck for like...
For the whole time, I was like, this is so unfair.
I had it from back in our original podcast days before you were in it.
Yeah.
Because that was one of your $25 builds originally.
It was. I built it sub $25, and then like over a course of a couple years, I upgraded it with cards here and there. Eventually, that I got. So
that was actually the deck that made us go, well, this is stupid. You could just break anything, even $25.
Yeah. But so the reason why I bring it up is because sometimes you're able to still do what you want to do and do it in a fun way by either A, like Jeff likes to do sometimes, limiting it by maybe picking a theme or something. So like he just mentioned, his Aloy deck isn't as optimized because he wants to specifically make sure all the cards in there are space themed, even though she's technically not a space commander.
Well, she's from a different world, so I mean that's
true. But the artifacts,
she uses technology.
Yeah. So but all the artifacts and all the art on the cards and everything is very space thematic. And so Yuriko, one of the reasons why I loved her is because I just loved like the ninjutsu ability, not so much her herself, but I just like the idea of like switching out cards and ninjing and things and taking things out. Well, they made in Ninja Turtles Splinter Radical Rat.
I don't know how much better that is.
Well, so the
isn't that the most powerful card from that set?
No, not the one he chose.
The most. Oh, you chose a different Splinter.
So Splinter Radical Rat is a white black and he has a blue ability, and what he says is triggered abilities of ninjas you control trigger an additional time. And so his second ability, that's the blue one, which is 1 in a blue, says target ninja you control is unblockable. So I thought, well, you know what? I still want to be able to do my ninja stuff because I have so many ninjas that are super fun and I like that idea. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to, instead of having Yuriko be my commander, I'm going to switch it out with him. I'm going to downgrade it a little bit because instead of doing top deck manipulation stuff, because Yuriko's not the commander anymore, I still get to do all my ninja stuff that I love and play all my ninjas that I collected over the years to make this ninja deck, but do it in a way that's not quite as mean and brutal as what Yuriko is. And so my recommendation to you guys is sometimes finding a way to be able to play your commander either by theming it a certain direction or maybe finding a commander that does something very similar that lets you do what you love with your commander or a kindred theme still that does what you want to do. Sometimes it's the best way so that way you still get to play those cards that you've been collecting or that you love or that theme that you enjoy without you sitting down at the table and people being like, I'm not going to play that deck. It's clearly going to be too strong. Because that's eventually kind of what happened with Yuriko, is people were just, they just targeted me through the floor because they were just scared that Yuriko was in the command zone. So I still get to play her. I get to put her in the deck. But I don't have to seem like I'm the threat as soon as I sit down because she's not in the command zone anymore.
Also, the other thing you can do, too, on that is like, so obviously in that deck, it'd be really good to have Rhystic Study, right?
Yeah.
But Rhystic Study is good in every deck with blue.
Right.
So, like, maybe put Rhystic Study in one, depending on how many decks you have. If you have, like, 5 or 6 decks, put Rhystic Study in one deck. Don't put it in all the decks that have blue.
Right.
And you do the same thing with other cards, too. Like, even Craterhoof Behemoth, great win con, right? Find another way to win with the creature deck. It doesn't have to be in every deck.
Pathbreaker Rybax.
Yes, that's a great example. Now, it's not going to come out and do its thing. You have to wait a turn. But that definitely is harder to do. And if someone's like, well, this is stupid that you won this way, you'd be like, you had an entire turn to deal with this card before I killed you with it.
Yeah.
You know?
So, but yeah, I think one of the things to kind of take to heart is, there's always a way to still play what you want to play especially now with how many commanders. I think there's a stat that came out. There was over 400 new cards that came out last year that could be a commander, which is just an insane number to think about, because 10 years ago, I don't even think there was 400 commanders you could play that were even worthwhile. So, but yeah, just know that there's usually a way to still play what you want to play and enjoy it. Obviously, you could always just find a higher level power table to play at. But if you want to play with your friends and your friends don't all feel like building and playing 4s and 5s all the time, there's ways to get around that. And so for me, I thought this would be cool, and also this lets me put some Ninja Turtles in there and use the sneak mechanic, which is the less good and what some people might call fair ninjutsu, but
yes, correct.
Fair jutsu.
Yeah, fair jutsu instead of command jutsu.
Well, the funny thing is, ninjas are not fair.
Yeah, I know.
Inherently, they're designed to be completely unfair.
Right.
Like they're gonna kill a samurai secretively because they probably can't kill it
one-on-one.
One-to-one.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's my advice. If you can, maybe find a different way to build a deck that you love, have them as a sub commander, in the 99 instead, and still be able to do what you love. So that's what I'm currently in the process of doing right now, is rebuilding my Yuriko deck into a Splinter Radical Rat deck instead, so that way I can still do all the ninjutsu shenanigans that I love to do and have fun with that theme for a deck.
Yep. And just a word on themes.
Yep.
I had to have the shop owner go explain to one of the people that I play with quite frequently that Eggman Artifact is not a tier 1 theme. because they thought they had a theme, you can have game changers in a tier 1 if you have a theme.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, technically.
Right?
How many game changers can you have in tier 1?
It doesn't limit them because it's on theme.
As long as...
Oh, really?
Yes, but it's supposed to be, the
speaking.
themes are supposed to be like there's a chair in every card.
Yeah.
Not artifacts. That is not a...
Yeah.
That's not a theme. That's a style. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I actually had to have the shop owner go in because they wouldn't believe me.
Well, you're so untrustworthy.
Well, because the way that the websites are calculating
Look at
now.
him, Johnny. Look at his big dumb face. That doesn't look untrustworthy. Just look over there.
I'm not getting... I'm literally in the middle of this, but I don't want to figuratively be in the middle of this.
You look at him, you'll agree. All you people out there, just look at him.
Well, would you look at that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's not a theme. A theme is like some wacky thing for the tier 1.
Yeah, there's a bird in every art.
I mean, yeah, but again, I could break that probably by finding these.
Well,
crazy-
now you can with some of the
Well,
birds.
also,
in
you're
it.
not
I
trying to
do.
win. I don't think tier 1 you're trying to win.
Yeah,
Right.
it's more about showing
So
off.
if your deck is optimized to win, it doesn't fit tier 1.
Yes, exactly. And that's the thing, like those sites now will say you're a tier 1, you're a tier 2, but that's only based on the cards in it. And if you tell it it's a theme deck, it's like, okay, you're a theme deck.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing too. You can literally go on there and just tell them what it is.
Yeah.
You can literally just be like, no, it's a bracket 1. They're like, no, but it's a bracket 3. They're like, no, it's a bracket 1. And they're like, okay.
Well, there are game changers allowed in bracket 1, so you must be right.
Yeah.
Again, if we did an intelligence test before they entered the shop, we would not have these problems. It's a
Intelligence,
simple hygiene and intelligence test.
intelligence test,
So much better.
sanitation station, enter
yeah,
shop.
yeah, absolutely. Clean it up a little bit, folks.
I
They
love
have like
it.
that vacuum chamber with like
It's
the
completely sealed.
yeah,
with-
and those sprays come down.
Yeah, and then when they don't get in, the alarm goes off and the red lights start beeping.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be great.
you know.
Amazing.
So anyway, yep, that's about all the time we got for this week. Sloan, where can they find us?
You can find us all over the place at youtube.com/@commanderspod. We do a video podcast as well as audio. So if you want to see what we look like, you never watched it before.
If you want to
feel
see
free
my
to-
big stupid face, apparently.
Untrustworthy. Big, stupid, untrustworthy.
Oh, sorry.
Those words were never said from me. They were this guy.
Yeah, I stand behind you.
Also, God, we're never going to get through this. Also on Spotify now, you can watch us as well as listen to us if you wish to. But you can also contact us, email us at cast@commanderspod.com like Duncan and Jeff always say. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to tell us what you think about what the best 2-color combination is, like the theme of this episode was today, please let us know and give us reasonings, whether it's data like Jeff pulled up or just pure gut feeling like Duncan.
Yep.
We want to know.
And according to Jeff, you too can be wrong.
Yeah, according to Jeff, you too can be wrong.
Sure.
All of our stuff is also uploaded at our website, commanderspod.com. If you want to support us, patreon.com/commanderspod. We really appreciate it. Allows us to keep making all these great videos and content for you guys, and continue to share our thoughts.
Great. They're okay.
I also want to give credit to all the people that made it to this part. So many times I stopped the thing. If you're still listening now, you're a trooper.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Well, we don't do the whole like and share, you know.
I know, but I'm just saying, if you're
Like,
still
share,
listening,
subscribe,
You
turn
did
on
once.
notification
You did
bell.
once, remember? And you tried to point.
yeah, but then I forget. Look, you did it. You made it. You're a winner.
And then last but not least, you can listen to us anywhere you can find podcasts: Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, YouTube Music, etc., etc. Duncan, get us out of here.
As always, play bold, swing wide. Don't forget to pay the one.
Even though he did in our last game.
I didn't forget.
Yes, you forgot. You
No,
didn't do
I
it. You
purposely
didn't
didn't.
pay the one. I'm just
Just
saying.
to make Jeff mad.
And you're still listening. Good for you.
Yep. Bye.
Friends will fall and go, the commanders follow, love will show. From my decks to yours, we share the spark in this world of magic. We'll leave our mark.